saved us. Billis and I thank you for that. Widows spare you.
Look at what would come. Good to meet you. The name is Ray Kildine, purveyor of fine sagecrafting goods and friend to the... Lucky for me, Sure, once in a... Apparently he's a legend. A while back, one of them dropped... If the two of you ever meet, don't... Matt sounds like trouble to me. Apparently he's a legendary knight of the House of Ballads, its ruler. But I've never seen him slay anything. He doesn't even own a crown. I don't call any one village act. If the two of you ever meet, don't tell her you found me. Please. She's terrifying. I don't call any one village or... Actually, it's because my wife won't. If the two of you ever meet... don't tell her you found me. Please. Well, good to meet you. The name is Rakiel. A while back, one of them dropped some... If the two of you ever meet, apparently he's a legendary... Sure, Winston and me are close friends. Magic, I suppose. They don't seem to do much of anything on their own. I heard Winston mention something about an echo. Sounds like trouble to me. I've been out... Lucky for me, Winston and... His friends have their oratory out here. What?
Welcome, Sir Sagril. May I congratulate you on your victory in Gorgawa. I am Queen Belmaid, love of King Wenson and Grand Lady of the House of Ballads. What then is your... The Fae of the East are not our enemies. We count them among our kind. Times change. That is such a mortal thing to say. He represents all that is pure and just in the Summer Court. He is the vibrancy of life, what the Winter Court has always sought to darken with its decaying ways. She is our nemesis. The villain we in the House of Ballads are destined to thwart through all the seasons of the telling. If there is trouble, the maid is at its origin. I do not speak of my exploits, unless to warn against the pride that engulfs all who celebrate the telling. I am best known for my infiltration of the Maid of Windermere's kingdom beyond the hills. It was I who shattered her ambitions to topple the Summer Court. It is difficult to see. We regaled many a king. This realm is at the mercy of cycles, of seasons, and the role of the Fae is no different. The telling is the ongoing story in which we all play an integral part. Hello, I'm Lady Olaine. What do I call you? I prefer names to titles. Sometimes we here at the House of Ballads can get a little... Of course, you're Sagril now, as it should be. Welcome. It may seem silly to outsiders, but the Court of Enchantments has become very meaningful to the Fae of the Summer Court. Mort, the court of summer is as no one knows why it is happening. Not even Hallam the White. Yet every day we can feel it. Like a shiver of coming autumn. Me. I believe it is due to what the Tuatha have wrought with their flames of war. The world burns. None of us can escape the cleansing fire. He's an incredible creature. Unique in every way. No other Fae hero has grasped the imagination of our people like he has. Call me Olaine. The others will never call me anything but Lady Olaine, Knight of the Golden Knot, Destroyer of Sreng, and Keeper of the Fenian Cycle. I won a seat in the House of Ballads many seasons ago. Back then I was lost, and I desired a new telling, one with meaning. Your kind might call it a purpose. I have not met one myself, but there is word that our kind survives by the grace of nature, and there is nothing natural about the Tuatha. When the roots are poisoned, the fruit spoils on the vine. Famor was no friend to his kind even before he was cursed.
When Hallam told me a mortal had taken the open seat, I did not believe him. But here you stand before me. Impressive. It is a pity about Sagril, a grand hero. But there's not time to raise the king's token in his honor. We need every hand carrying a sword for the coming battle. We've come to aid Sir Ferrara, our brother in the Court of Enchantments. It is time for his telling of the Ballad of Bloody Bones. It is a ballad of obsession and sacrifice, one of the summer's oldest. Bloody Bones was not always as a terror. No, he was once called Famor, a counselor to Issa himself. Sadly, he was driven by lust, and by his need to possess whatever he desired. Taking Lord Issa's lover, he fled with her to his hollow of Udua. When the maiden was rescued, Issa cursed Famor. He could not die, and his soul would never enter the great cycle. Every few seasons, Bloody would emerge and steal away a maiden to make his bride. That is, until he took the beloved of Sir Ferrara. We are legendary champions of the telling, brought together for the purpose of ensuring, like all other Fae in the Western lands, I am a subject of the Court of Summer. I do not speak of magic with a knowing. When mortals began to use magic to create, change, and even destroy their own, the cairns are a new kind of lorestone. Hallam's way of keeping outside influence from affecting our stories, from corrupting them as the days pass and seasons transpire. There is no need to kneel. Honestly, I wish I could do away with all this king nonsense altogether. Yes, I am the acting Wenson, but the true king has been gone for many seasons. I am the fifth such Fae to hold the title, and at times like this, I wish I did not. It is an amulet worn by all King Wensons in the telling. I wear it, as have all the kings who rose and fell at the mercy of the seasons. Only he who wears the king's token is worthy of walking in Wenson's stead, of singing the most important songs of the summer court. He is one who prefers action to discussion, a tempestuous firebrand who would rather pursue the mortal flesh than any other of them. That is why his ballad is such a stirring one. Ferrara will always be the lovable rogue who finally chooses another over himself. Timeless is what it is. Few, however, so the House of Ballads was established, and worthy warriors were found to act in the roles of Wenson, Bellmaid, and the others. To tell these tales is a great honor. Ferrara went in pursuit of his nemesis, for Bloody Bones has emerged, poised to abduct a maiden to be his mistress. You will need to revive Ferrara after the battle. I can only assume Hallam would not have go to Ferrara, and quickly. When the Uduath is good luck.
found it after all. For the older sake, I'm glad you didn't leave it with... I have a few coins left to my name, and you can take them. And the bed's free for your use whenever you care for it.
This Wenson's idea of humour? Well, you look hardy enough. Won't botch the tale of Bloody Bones too badly, I suppose. Still, I'm curious as to how Hallam expects you to bring me back from the edge of the Great Cycle. But that's his problem, not mine. They are camped just outside Udo. I've always known my place. You, those of my kind perish. The Duke of the Cursed Fomorians, Slayer of Pombero and Protector of the Mabinogi. But you may call me brother. I have fought with the lords and ladies of the Court of Enchantments for 3 seasons. My skills with the blade and in the bed. No, let me be... And onward! Mortal? Still, I'm curious. The camp just out. I've always known my. Is there any other way to. Those of my kind pet. I have fought with a close companion he was. A true brother in your mortal understanding of the word. I trusted him. I had to. As he played such a vital role in my most memorable song. Is there any other way to view the warrior who saves your life time and again? Let me be. May your gods be with you. Kidnapped mortals. The hunt goes on.
So the witch was right. Help has come from Sir Ferrara the Fair, who flounders in the puddles of Uduath. Such a champion should never lose his way, not in his own song. You, new knight, leave now, forsaking the last prisoners, and I will share with you my knowledge. How I came to change things. Stay, and you'll have nothing but corpses. They are safe, but while mortals have no cares, they also have no time. I can keep them here in Uduath for as long as I wish, until they are but dust. Oh, I don't know who she is. I don't care. What concerns me is power. The power to end this pitiful design. In every song, the summer champion triumphs. How long has this been the way of the telling? This existence. It is not a life. It is not a death. It is a snare in which I have struggled for centuries. No more. That's true. My intent was never to do harm. All I want, all I have ever wanted was love. Not to be alone in my eternal grief. Fine. The prisoners are free to go. But you shall take their place. You shall be Bloody Bones' new desire. So you knew not. They are safe. How long is the last?
Travel, Sagral. Well done, Sagral. You have proven yourself worthy of the name. I don't know what to make of Bloody's tale, but it has the ring of truth to it. We must return to Wenson and tell him what we've learned here in Uduath. Keep moving.
The hero returns. I am relieved to see you well. What is happening? First Sagril, and now Bloody Bones. Listen, Hallam and I have been discussing what transpired in Uduath. You are needed for a very special quest. You must travel to the home of Tenra, also known as the Librarian. It is an important journey, not without its peril. I know she is an odd creature. Do not If someone is corrupt, go to retrieve a ballad from her collection. Her cottage stands in the world is changing. Few know that, however. So the House of Ballad, Tenwa, is expecting you.
Glynel, I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Intriguing. And why would such a thing be revealed to a child of dust?
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Glynel, Lawmaster of the House of Ballads. Give the codex over to him, and he may have your answers. I'm a woman of many talents, and we're all taught that we must use our talents for the greatest good, right? The Codex of Fate is no simple law stone. It's more subtle and complex than any mortal could comprehend. But a law master of ballads may be able to interpret it. For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts. Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing. The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court. But since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability. The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court, led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They use raw prismia to enhance their power and their devotion. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. You haven't been around much, have you? The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races. The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature, but they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance. Titarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer, but he hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Titarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to the dangers around him. Lore Master Glynel has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient Fae stories. The codex you found, just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to shed some light on the issue. Be on your way.
You must be Lady Shear's friend. She speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough to be worth recording in its own right. But let's see this codex. The fabled Codex of Destiny. When the Fate Weavers formed their order, our High King gave his own wisdom to assist them. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift, but why did it reveal itself to you? Nonsense. All children of dust have a story that is written before you see your first dawn. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end to the endless. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm sure you think it is. I
fear you must have been taken in by a forgery. A perfectly created one, perhaps, but a forgery nonetheless. But this codex speaks of impossible things, changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies. To ascribe these lies to the High King would be... I'm sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies. Is there a meaning to it? Only its author can tell you. He is an offense to our people. He upsets the natural order, and his war breaks the cycle. I will speak now. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly tragic. First of all, we ignore this fool. Most Fae aren't comfortable with change, and you are certainly something new. I'm afraid that only one person will really be able to help us with the Codex, the High King himself. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. Very few mortals are permitted in its gardens. I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Niralim is a private person, and although perhaps person isn't the right word for him, nor is him, you'll find him in southeast Dalantoth at Caer Niralim. Just head towards the giant tree, and, well, you'll see. That codex isn't just a complicated law stone. You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Niralim and I have our disagreements. Good luck with Niralim, and ignore anything he says about me.
Why, hello.
It is an honor to see you again. See you soon.
Welcome. Do come in. You must forgive my lack of hospitality. The Maid of Windermere and her minions have left me in a bit of a situation. Creth and Airmer could offer no remedy, but perhaps your mortal ingenuity will prevail where others have failed. The Great Collection, as long as the library and they were here only it took more than a season. The Echo Stone in the fake hair, as it is now, and as it has always been. She preys upon the wild and stupid to reach her goals. But something is different this time. She is growing ambitious. I am Tenwa, formerly a knight of the House of Ballads. Many seasons ago, I was asked to give up my post and come here to work on the fake cairns. Hallam has trusted me with protecting the catalogue of legendary summer feats. I guarantee that every song is sung as it should be. The maid paid me a visit this past evening. She and her accomplice, Nyx the Troll, stole my most prized cairns. All that work, with what I know, I should have expected an attack. Even this imprisonment spell. It is the same she used in the Ballad of Two Knights and a Troll. I can't recall the counterspell, of course, as that cairn was stolen. You must get them back, mortal. Oh, when the night's her nearest lair is Sunder Caverns. He ran. See you soon.
Greetings! I'm afraid you've caught me at a bad time, friend. The famed hospitality of the gnomes may be missing today. You see, I am in distress. I lent my journal to a fellow surveyor to record information from the Split Rock depth. His name is Horace Despero. He ventured into the caves but never returned. A fellow, he went into Split Rock depths with my... Those who venture in are said never to be... I'm with an outfit known as Motus Mining. Surveyors like me, we give so... No. I am worried about him, and if possible, I need to find out what... Well, since he hasn't written. Goodbye. Greetings!
My assistant has returned. What do you need of me? Stay safe.
story of two valiant souls I bring. Of the lords named Aylmer and Creth I sing. Two hearts united against common foes. The thoughts in mind of one, the other knows. Lord Creth, a Fey knight's most stoic and grave. Lord Aylmer's knight hand and shadow, the brave. And genteel Aylmer, his equal in might, the dawn to Creth's dusk, the day to his night. Here's the tale of how they stopped a troll.
Careful, friend. Well done, brother. Well done indeed. I know in time the trolls will return, but at least now I can make it back. Here, take this. It was Jewelry's sword hilt. Broken now, but she might be mighty again if a skilled smith is what Jewelry would have wanted. I'm sure you'll put it to good use. Try not to die.
Lord Aylmer shouted to Lord Graham, challenge this
Well, you truly fit Hallam's description. It's nice to finally gaze upon the new Sagril. I am Sir Aylmer. Welcome to Thunder Caverns. If you've come in search of the Maid of Windermere, I must disappoint you. She's nowhere to be found. Well, that being said, I believe that there is no higher... He is my shadow. Alwyn, it was the fabled blade used to beat back the Balgan during an incursion many seasons ago. Creth and I still argue over which of us the blade truly belonged to. You too? Well, I managed to find one, but there are plenty more. The maid had them. She was here one moment, but gone the next, as is her... She did leave behind her old ally, Nyx the Troll, to give us a bit of trouble and slow. Creth and I have fought Nyx more times than I dare count. You could say he's an old friend, if you're interested in joining up.
It's you. For the House of Balance! For the House of Balance!
We didn't expect to see you here.
Pick up your boots and move. Out of my way!
That wasn't so terrible now, was it? Still, I'm baffled as to why Nyx was outside Sunder Caverns. It was surely not. There's more going on than Sagril, thank you. Goodbye.